Jobs. Which are some of the highest paying jobs in Kenya and generally in Africa? When it comes to jobs, really, you find that it goes or cuts across the board. So today I want to look at some of the highest paying jobs or opportunities in Kenya and in Africa. And by the way, when you're looking at jobs, it's very important to put a disclaimer nowadays, because I can tell you for sure that the list will look more like a cliche. And this research was done by Salary Explorer in Kenya. So the list will look like a cliche list of all those elite jobs that we've always known when we're growing up. But a lot of things have changed nowadays. And despite this showing that kind of traditional way of looking at jobs as such, I must make it very clear that people make money using so many means. So don't limit yourself into what kind of job should I get into. Don't limit yourself into doing something that you genuinely would not want to do just because of the salary. It's very important to understand that as we talk about high paying jobs, they should be jobs you are choosing based on interest and desire to actually get into that profession and make an impact. So it's not just about you getting in there and saying, hey, this is the highest paying, so I need to go and make money. No. People are making money in IT, for example. People are making money in building applications, for example. People are making money in data systems, for example. People are making money in cloud systems, for example. People are making money in businesses. People are making money in some of the weirdest things you could ever imagine. Arts, in things like music. And these are things that when people are doing highest paying jobs in the society, they rarely go into these areas. So they make sure that they focus on the specific professions that have been traditionally looked as proper careers. But so that's a disclaimer that don't worry about this list if you don't fit in. But if you do fit in and you're looking for opportunities and you think that you have got what it takes, you have the passion for it, then this list will be for you. So if you want to look for opportunities and still young and you're feeling like you need to make a choice on what you want to do in the future, I think you need to look at this list. And the other thing I would want to say is that nowadays skills matter more than just career. So however much you're building your career, think of skills that you can learn that can help you make money in the process of building your career. However much there are certain professions that you need to make money, but remember, it might take so long to get to that apex whereby you're making that kind of money. So what do you do in the process? Build your skills. Build your skills always. And skills could make you more money than these degrees could make you. I'm a living manifestation of that. So guys, what are some of the highest paying jobs in Kenya today in 2022, 2023? And of course, if it's now, then probably next year as well, right? Because we're only 1 or 2 months away from next year. So let's get into it. Remember, here at Kenneth MoneyMatters, talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself of a lifetime of income. Basically, financial freedom. So let's get into these jobs. Let's see what you could be getting into. You could change careers. Maybe you are graduating, you want to start you want to start your life, you want to decide where you want to go to. Maybe you're still in high school, maybe you're still in primary. Maybe you just want to do something fresh, do something new, or you just want to see which area you would want to guide your children or the people around you to get into. There are so many reasons why you could watch this video and it could be helpful to someone. And if you think it's going to be helpful to someone, please share with them and subscribe. As usual, subscribe. Yes. Let's get this to 20,000 and then to 30,000 and that way to 100,000 soon, guys. First one on the list is doctors. Did you expect that? Of course. Surgeons and doctors, according to Salary Explorer, they earn the highest in terms of average. And the average is 284. I'm looking at my notes, so don't worry, guys. I'm looking at my notes here because I don't want to cram the numbers. Guys. So surgeons and doctors have the highest range, and the highest range here is 284 to 836,000. 284,000 Kenya shillings to 836,000. That's a good range for a surgeon or a doctor. Of course, they treat us, they take care of us, they have very critical jobs. And this is one of those areas I say you shouldn't go because you're going to make money. You should go because there's a calling to do it. One of the disasters we have in Kenya at the moment is the health sector disaster. Why do we have a disaster there? Because we've made it a business. We've made people's lives businesses. So we don't end up doing what we are expected to do, but we do what can give us money, what can put money in our pockets. And when it comes to people's lives, that is a very critical and precarious position to be in as a country. And you've seen the things that happen in hospitals. So that will only happen if people are getting the profession the wrong way. Not because they want to do it, but because they want to make money. So yes, the salary is 284,000 to 836 range. Recently, I had the new CS for health saying that interns in Kenya earn more than when they get listed as doctors. I don't know the truth behind that. They did say that interns earn up to 200,000, and when they get listed, they get something like 100,000 plus. I don't know the truth about that kind of structure, but what I know is that generally speaking, doctors earn between 284, at least according to research, and 836. So if you want to be a doctor and you feel you want to do it, that's what you will be expecting. That's one of the highest paying profession in Kenya, of course, expectedly so. The second one is judges. Of course, judges earn a lot of money based on their expertise to make sure that we resolve our conflicts properly in society. They make sure that everything is done legally speaking, everything is done the right way. So they do hold a lot of sway in our society, in the legal or the justice system. And for that, they're paid well with an average salary of 459,000 Kenya shillings. That's the average for judges. It ranges from 239,000 Kenya shillings to 702,000 Kenya shillings. That's the wider range, but the average is 459,000 Kenya shillings. Not a bad amount for a judge, not a bad amount for a profession. Again, this is something you want to do if you feel the need and the desire to actually do it. Make sure that you feel the passion to actually sit on those benches and make those decisions that affect people's lives in ways that you can never imagine. So if you want to be a judge, you need to find the route to being a judge. Of course, you will have to be probably a practicing lawyer and then have other qualifications as well. So the third one, we have lawyers. I studied international law myself, and I've done a bit of magistracy work, and I still do it. But that's a different case. As a lawyer, how much do you earn? In Kenya specifically, you earn 371,000 Kenya shillings on average. Now, let me mention something about this. Based on this research, I believe they did it based on the higher echelons of society. You know, they looked at proper, settled, and practicing lawyers who are properly, I would say, established as such. Because I know so many people are graduating with a law degree right now, they earn even up to 50,000 Kenya shillings a month. So I think with regards to law, it really depends on which firm you are, which sector you are, who do you know, so many things, So as the law profession has been really abused, to be honest. And that's one thing that people need to be careful about. So if you're going to do it, you need to do it knowing what path do you actually want to take, and if it will actually lead to what you want in terms of the financial rewards, if that's one of your considerations, which should be. With regards to lawyers, an average of 371,000 Kenya shillings, and the range is between 193,000 and 568,000 Kenya shillings. So from 193 to 568. But of course, now, another caveat here is that there are lawyers who earn millions and millions of money, and we know them in Kenya. We know some lawyers who make tens of millions of money per client. So we can actually not say that all lawyers earn this much. So do not get fixated on what I'm saying in terms of the salary, but get fixated on the fact that yes, if you're a lawyer and you're determined and you succeed, you will make good money. So there's no limit in terms of earning. That's another caveat, another disclaimer. No limit when it comes to making money. There are many ways you could make money. Even within these professions, you could still make money using your knowledge somewhere else, and then you could skyrocket your earnings using the same skills that you have. I've spoken about that before. These are just within the normal structures of employment and stuff like that. Then we have bank managers. Bank managers also earn money. Of course, they're taking care of other people's money, so they need to be paid well. And they earn an average salary of 350,000 per month, which I think is low, and a range of 182 to 535,000 Kenya shillings. Again, 182 to 535 for a bank manager, 100 and something is quite low. But of course, it could be like a junior bank manager or a small bank or stuff like that. But that's the range. If you want to earn something like 500,000 Kenya shillings per month, you want to be a bank manager. Average 358,000 Kenya shillings for most bank managers. Now, let me say something about the bank. Something about the bank is that the managers could be at different levels. So you could find that different bank managers, and then there is the CEO. So when they say bank manager, I did not actually get it clear what they meant, but I'm assuming they mean the CEOs in this case. If it's the CEOs, it will be way more than that. But if it's just the bank managers, then that amount makes sense. Of course, we know that CEOs like Oigara, they earn way more. And we'll talk about CEOs in this list later. But then if you're talking about just bank managers on different tiers or different levels, then that is the average you're expecting, 350,000 shillings as average. Then followed by what we're talking about right now, the CEOs. Now, CEOs are the leaders of different companies. They take charge of organizations, they take charge of activities, they take charge of everything within an organization. I just, for example, when I was talking about banks, remember someone like Oigara, the former KCB CEO, we have different people like Bob Collymore, the former CEO of Safaricom. These are the CEOs that we know, people who talk and they speak around. So if you think about it in that sense, CEOs will earn way more depending on the company caliber. And that's something that the researchers sometimes may not understand, or they may not put it in because we have what we call extreme ends of the distribution list. So if you have a distribution, then you want to look at the outliers in a distribution. So it's like a bell curve. So you have people who are concentrated at the normal structure level, then you have the outliers. Basically, people are extreme sides of the bell curve. Some earning too low, some earning quite high, but most people are usually in the middle. So this list looks at the bell curve in terms of where is the concentration, where is the highest distribution of people. So if you look at CEOs, we have CEOs who earn a lot of money and we have CEOs who earn very little money, depending on the company caliber, revenues and stuff like that, and responsibilities. So CEOs earn an average of 328,000 Kenya shillings. 328. Now, like I said, that is just, I would say, the median number. We have the extreme opposites, what we call the quartiles, and the extreme outliers. So there are people who will earn like 10 million a month, and there are people who earn like maybe even 50,000 a month as a CEO. So it depends. That again is something you can aspire to be in whichever area, whichever sector you are in. And then we have orthodontists. These are specialists in teeth, diagnosis for teeth, treatment of jaws, treatment of teeth, whatever, toothache and stuff like that. They just take care of your dental structures and stuff like that. So how much do they earn? They earn 295,000 Kenya shillings. This is one of the best jobs actually, funny enough, in Europe. They earn way more, but in Kenya, I'm surprised to see that they earn 295,000 as average salary. That, for someone who has gone to school to study that kind of profession, is not as much. But yes, if you want to be an orthodontist, you now know how much you're expecting, an average of 300,000. Again, there's no ceiling into how much you can actually earn. And there's no lower level on how much you can actually earn, because then if you're employed, yeah, but if you're not employed, you might actually not make money. So depends again on many things. But if you are employed, you're expecting something like 300,000 as average, 295K. So I'm just rounding it off. Then the most disappointing one is college professors. These are people who have studied, they mastered their subjects, they've written books. And Kenya has over 500 professors at the moment. These people, you could think that after such hard work and so many publications, they would earn a lot of money. But nope. In Kenya, they earn 262,000 as an average salary. So you can imagine, that's quite low for someone who has been in the academia for so long. But yes, professors mostly earn around 262,000 Kenya shillings per month as average. Of course, like I said again, these are lecturers and they can make money using their skills somewhere else. So you could find a professor is earning 262, they're comfortable with it. Some other professors earning 262 from University of Nairobi, but they do lots of their own things and consultancy and work and teaching, and they could skyrocket their earnings to millions of money. Look for a career that allows you to scale it, that allows you to use your skills somewhere else, that allows you to scale your earnings. That will be helpful. Then I'm quite surprised by this. Pilots coming at number 9 with an average of 219,000 Kenya shillings. That's weird. But I worked with Kenya Airways and I worked with these pilots closely. And I know that some of them earn millions, like 2 million a month or 3 million a month. Some of them earn 700,000 a month. Some of them earn 500,000 a month. I think, again, this one is that varied or diverse area where you can't really pin down. But the average of 219 could be too low, in my opinion. According to Salary Explorer, who did the research in the environment, they say 219,000 is the average for pilots. Now, if you're going to be a pilot, you have the opportunity to earn a lot of money, not only in Kenya, but also somewhere else. So if you love being a pilot, let this not discourage you as 219, because you'll be thinking, oh, that's not what I expected as a pilot. I expected to be earning millions of money. But yes, they do earn millions of money, depending on where you're working, your level, and your skills and stuff like that. It's just basically based on flying hours. So the more you have, the higher your chances of earning way more money. Then we have, last but not least, is marketing directors. Now, for me, I think the marketing area is one of the best areas nowadays in this new world. I always say 3 things. You can be in engineering, you can be in IT, you can be in medicine, the health sector, and you can be in the marketing, sales and marketing sector. These are places that you will be sure to make money, but you have to be good. Somewhere like marketing or sales has so many people who are qualified, academically speaking, but very few people are actually talented or properly groomed to be sales and marketers. Now here is all about how good can you sell and how high can you go. you will find marketing directors or salespeople earn like way high. And then you'll find those who don't just earn anything because they don't know how to sell. I think that's one of the skills people need to learn. The skill to sell. The skill to sell yourself, the skill to sell your services, your products, or someone else's products or services. It's a skill that you can learn in any environment and in any profession and become really good at it. So marketing directors, yeah, they earn 197,000 as average salary. I think that's quite low in my opinion. But like I'm saying, this is something you can easily scale. If you're a good salesperson, it means you can scale your earnings exponentially. In the world of today, all you need is selling skill. How to sell. You need to know how to sell yourself. You need to know how to sell everyone else. You need to know how to sell any product or any service. So sales is a good area to get into if you're looking to make money. And that's something I would advise most people to be. Salesperson, and you will always sell anything. You just have to aim high, aim high, aim high. But yeah, marketing directors earn an average of 197,000 Kenya shillings. That's a list of 10 professions that you could get into if you wanna look for good, rewarding, financially rewarding professions. But remember, it also has to be rewarding to you in your heart. It has to be something that you enjoy doing to some level. I know it's cliche to say that, oh, you must enjoy, you must have passion and stuff like that, but you get burnout. If you don't love doing something, after a while, you'll just get so tired of it. But I know there are also people who can actually collect themselves up and do certain things, even if they don't want it, but for the money, that's enough motivator for them. So if the money is enough motivation for you to actually do something and do it well and create an impact in the process, then again, I don't see any problem. So this issue of passion should not tie you down that, hey, do I feel passionate about being a doctor? Do I feel passionate about being a salesman or marketer? Do I feel passionate about banking? Maybe you don't feel passionate about nothing. So what do? Pick something that you think you can actually do. Can you do it? Can you be disciplined enough? Can you be consistent enough? And do you have the intellectual capacity to actually execute it properly? And then what happens? You make your money and you still get an impact. Whether you have passion or not, nobody cares. As long as you do the right thing and you make your money. Anyway, guys, if you're looking for professions, those are some of the top paying professions or jobs in Kenya 2022-2023. See you guys and let me know what you think. Which profession are you thinking about? What are you doing? What are you thinking of doing if you're still thinking? And which one are you thinking? If you're changing your career, which one are you thinking of changing to? And out of the list, which one do you like most? See you next time.